So I'm going to show you guys how I achieve these fluffy baby hairs using some styling foam. I started off with using the bald cap method. You're going to want to make sure that you use either a Once it's completely dry, you're going to want to make sure that you get all of the excess wig cap before going in with the tinting process. There's a variety of tinting options that you can use, as well as a lace tint spray. I'm going ahead with the Ruby Kisses foundation. This is an HD lace wig from my website, sslays.ca. As you can see, we're getting full lace space, and the lace is super thin. It was already blending with my hand. As soon as I tinted the lace with the same makeup that I used to tint her wig cap, I went ahead and started my install. I like to get my client to hold the side, and then I would go ahead and cut the lace around the ear tabs before gluing it down. This is definitely up to personal preference, but I like to go ahead and part out where the ear is. Then I'll proceed to go ahead and cut off any of the excess lace. After doing this, you should be able to go ahead and free the ear from any part of the wig that was laying on it. A little tuck behind the ear always does the trick. Then you're going to want to go ahead and clip that out of your way so you can go ahead and move on to the other side. So of course I'm going to go ahead and get her to hold it. Then I'm a little more comfortable so I don't have to part it out. I just want to make sure nothing's moving while I'm cutting it, because you don't want to cut too much and you can't go back. After I clip that out of the way, I tighten the adjustable straps in the back to make sure she doesn't have to hold it anymore, and it is not going to go anywhere. After cleaning off her skin of any excess makeup or oils, I went ahead with some skin protectant, and then I like to do 3 to 5 layers of glue depending on how long my client wants the install to last. Once you lay the lace down and cut off any excess lace, I like to go with a razor because it creates a jagged line. You don't want to cut the lace in a straight line. So we're left with this. We did not melt it down or anything yet. Right now, I like to do the baby hairs before I go in with my actual meltdown process. Here I am just sectioning out the baby hairs. We're doing 2 by the temples and also 2 sideburns. After you take out the hairs you want to use for your baby hair, she wanted me to go a little fluffier, so we took out a little more than I would for light baby hairs. I'm gonna cut those and then curl them up. After I curl the baby hairs up, this just helps me find the shape. You definitely don't have to do this if you're gonna do foam. This is a process that's probably easier if you're gonna use gel or a holding spray. But I just like to do it because it was just something that I'm used to doing, just so I can picture the way I want to carve out my baby hairs. When you're using foam, you're going to have to move quickly. You do not want your lace to lift. You also want to make sure that you're selecting a foam that is alcohol free. You want to be light-handed, but you still want to be able to manipulate the hair. You will need enough foam on the section that you're trying to manipulate. If there's not enough, as you can see here, it'll start to lift. After you get the shape that you want, just go ahead and play around with it until you get it how you like it. Here I am just cleaning it up a little bit, making sure that all the hairs around, not just the baby hairs, are also just how you want it to be before you tie it down. As soon as it's exactly how you like, you can go ahead and tie it down, and then you're going to want to blow dry it on the heat setting to make sure that it dries completely. After it's completely dry, you should be able to remove the bands and just look at the melt. Amazing, and the lace isn't going anywhere. It didn't start to lift or anything. As you can see, it's definitely giving scalp. That lace is melted. And the best part about fluffy baby hairs is combing them out. It's so satisfying. Just look at how these look. If you're not happy with it, you can always go back in and fix it. You can pluck it a little bit more if you want it thinner. You can go ahead and relay it down if you want it to be a little swooped more, whatever you like. But just look at how soft this is. As soon as you comb it out, you're able to manipulate it, and then it just goes exactly how you want it to be. This is definitely not the easiest way to do baby hairs, but it's definitely really satisfying when you get it to be how you want it to be. Doing the baby hairs first just gives the hair a lot more time to settle in, especially if you're doing curls like we did here. And the results of these curls, girl, if you haven't tried some loose, big barrel curls, you really need to try them, because the way that you can just run your hands through your hair and then even when they start to drop, it's just like a super sexy curl. And can we please just get into this melt? Like, lace where it has completely melted down. Something about the glue and the foam, they go together real bad. And this is exactly what I love to do when a client wants dramatic baby hairs. It's the perfect way to do extra baby hairs without it looking too stuck down. A soft baby hair just makes all the difference. Like, let me know in the comments if you guys have any questions, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Alright, bye!